seated.
Welcome to Talk Law Radio with attorney Todd Marquardt of the Marquardt Law Firm at marquardtlawfirm.com.
Welcome back to Talk Law Radio. I'm Todd Marquardt here with Sam with Restoration Solutions Elite.
By Elite, right? Yeah.
Okay, and we're talking about water damage restoration with him and the hidden legal issue blind spots there. And also San Antonio Shannon Roberta, who is encouraging us and our community. And there's an event coming up for Blue House next month. She's going to be posting about that on Instagram, so watch out for that. But this is the legacy segment, so we're going to talk about legacy.
And now, it's time for the Talk Law Radio Legacy Spotlight. What's your legacy? Sponsored by Marquardt Law Firm.
Good players leave behind memories, banners, and trophies. Great players leave behind a culture, values, and standards that create a sustainable advantage each year. That's The Winning Difference by Mark Landers and Rob Rose. So this is a type of legacy. When I think of legacy, I think more of what my family embodies, the values, being a Christian, going for public service. Those are all part of my family's legacy. And so I like to ask our guest about legacy. And so it could be something you inherited, some property that you want to leave to your kids, or it could just be something that you learned from your grandparents and parents. So tell us, what do you think of when you think of your family's legacy?
From the things I've learned from, of course, our grandparents and then our parents, coming from a Christian faith that was prosecuted overseas under communism, to be a blessing and a positive impact. Just like it says in Proverbs, a good name is more valuable than riches. So anywhere we can go, be a light, be a salt, be a blessing, make somebody's day. Everything that we do. I have people that tell me, hey, I can tell you're passionate in what you do. You really educated us on things that have nothing to do with you. It's just with the situation. And that's what I want them to remember is, I help them in more ways than just one. Not specifically to our interest, but things that when they go out or talk to somebody else, they may share and it, become a positive impact to somebody else. So yeah, we all have quirks and faults and funny things about ourselves, and we make mistakes, but anything we've learned that anything you do it with the full heart. Do it in front of God. God's watching. So then when we leave, people say, hey, I felt good about these people. These were different. They're not like everybody else, not like every other situation I've ran into. And they learned that, hey, there's good people out there. And then they may be curious about what it means to be, a person of faith or believe in God and how that, changes you. Our mentality completely changes when you go from the world into the Christian faith, and you want to be like Christ-like, walk like Jesus, talk like Jesus. He helped in more ways than one.
Amen. Thank you for sharing that. That's an awesome family legacy.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep telling that story. You know who also had an awesome legacy? Hulk Hogan, brother.
Oh, my word.
Yeah. Hulkamania.
Oh, I wish you would. Oh, that'd be so funny. Just a little bit of planning and we could have made that happen.
tear my shirt on camera. Well, we were talking about sinners and saints just last segment, and Hulk Hogan has had a full life of sinning and sainting.
Right.
But the one thing I remember, because I bought his biography at Half Price Books. It was in the clearance section, and I thought, oh, this is cool, because I used to watch him on TV.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to read his biography, and the sin that he talked about in his biography was steroid use.
Oh, wow.
And at first, he denied it.
Yeah.
He didn't only deny it, but he denied it on TV.
Right.
And then he told a story about what really made him think about the impact that steroids was having on him. He went to dinner with some people, and he was just sweating, like soaking wet type of sweat.
Yeah.
No physical exertion. He was just sitting there at the dinner table.
Right.
And this is one of the side effects that steroids will have on somebody. And he thought, well, this is really affecting my health. Well, to make amends to the society and the community, he confessed on TV. He apologized. And he said, what makes it worse for him is that he knew he was an example for kids.
Yeah.
Because he would go on TV and tell kids to eat their vitamins and say their prayers.
Yeah.
And so he knew that he had let people down. And but what's great about his legacy is that he was able to rise above his mistakes.
Yeah.
And he was able to continually reinvent
Right.
himself,
Right.
not only as a world champion wrestler, but also as being in movies.
Yeah.
He was in that Rocky movie. He also did a reality TV show. You might think about doing a reality TV show at your house with your cat and your dog and your
Chiquita's too
husband
shy.
and your kids.
Chiquita would never allow it.
So that's all I wanted to say about legacy, unless you want to say what you know about Hulk Hogan.
Well, I'm so glad that we can say some positive things. Humans are such a mixed bag, and my feed has been filled with people saying really negative things about him, and he's passed away,
He can't defend himself.
Yeah, so I'm really glad that you had some positive stories to share. I was wondering if Sam could share some Romanian with us. Or is there a Bible verse that you've memorized in
I could tell you I'm primary in English, so so I can understand Romanian, I can speak Romanian.
How interesting.
But I read Romanian like a first grader or second grader. It takes me a while to read it. So
Right. But it's a lot more than I know.
for sure. Yeah, our church does half of it in Romanian, half in English, so, for the new
Wow.
generation and kind of keep the tradition and language
How
going.
interesting.
Great.
Are there any Romanian foods that I can ask about, like specific?
It's a very interesting, it's influenced by the Balkan kind of territory. It's very unique food. So, I mean, you would, we have very popular, we call them mici, which translates to smalls. They're not sausages, but they're not meatballs. And those has a very interesting ingredients, and we grill them. That's a very popular thing we eat, usually at weddings.
Do you put it together yourself?
Yeah. You have to put it together. It's a complicated process. Very popular is cabbage rolls with meat inside. Yeah, that's a very popular dish. Again, weddings and special occasions, because it's a lot of work. I mean, they make 100 of them, little tiny, and they roll in meat. I mean, it's a ridiculous amount of work.
I bet that's delicious. Is there a store in town that sells stuff that is more authentic?
Not specifically. There are some European stores, Mediterranean stores that you can kind of get little things here and there and put it together. And it's not the culture isn't here. In a few other places, like in Arizona, we had few European stores that had a lot of Romanian stuff.
Yeah.
Here we have a mix of things, and we kind of have to put it ourselves together. Or we get it from Chicago. We have friends in Chicago that they come back and forth, and they'll bring us stuff from over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the reason Shannon's interested is because she makes soup.
Oh, okay.
And not only soup, it started with soup.
Started with soup,
But she likes to cook on her Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Let's do some cabbage rolls.
Cabbage rolls. Depending on what part of Romania you come from, you'll either be popular in soups or then you have the stews that are very chunky, very the ingredients. So depending on where kind of territory you are and how the land is, what do you produce?
What's your favorite?
We have it's Romanian meatballs in a stew with vegetables and noodles. I mean, it's
Wow.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they call it supă de perișoare.
Oh, I want to say that.
Nice. Well, I want to give you the last few minutes to talk about your company again, because people are getting in and out of their cars as they're listening to the radio, and so they may not have heard everything that you said at the beginning of the show. So just give us a 3-minute overview of what you do.
Yeah, so Restoration Solutions by Elite. Our office is in Bernie. We do water damage mitigation. We help with prevention of mold, figuring out if you may have a mold situation. We help with educating the process. I have a lot of people that call me and say, hey, I think I have mold, or I have this issue in my bathroom. And I've gone out to properties, kind of explained to them, and sold them no service. And they're like, you didn't sell us anything. I'm like, well, this is what you should do, show how you prevent it, how you can clean it. It's not really as extensive as other people try to make it. We see humidity in bathrooms, and you see some surface stuff that starts discoloring. You don't need a whole full-on service to get that, figured out. What you can do to prevent it, use this, open your window, use your vents, stuff like that, clean it, But people call us for education, have questions. Anything I can help to help them through a process. Of people who are buying a home, hey, what should I look for? Look for stains. Look for in the bathrooms, look in the laundry, look for hidden things, get it inspected. And then they're like, okay, this and that. So we can refer out, mold testing companies. There's a few that we recommend. Just generally speaking, we have no interest in them, but we do like people to get taken care of. So testing when you're not sure it's there is a great thing to do when you buy or rent. You just get into the house and make sure that there's no hidden issues.
Oh, the thing I forgot to ask about was best practices for photographs and documentation.
Yes. So I recommend, every time you do something in your home, take pictures generally throughout the home, have it time-stamped, date-stamped, email it to yourself, have that recorded somewhere, what your furniture looks like, keep the receipts, where you bought it from, how much you paid for it. Your remodeling, keep all your receipts for your contractors, anybody you used, materials, take pictures of the brand, the name of the color, and save it. Because when you go to, God forbid, through a situation where you need to get a house restored, you have the documentation of how much you paid for it, how much it is to replace it. Insurance companies fight premium stuff. So if you have something that is not standard or basic, they're going to fight you on it. So you want to have documentation. I paid X amount for it. This is not something you can just go buy at the big store right here at a discount.
How about firearms? If they get damaged, how can you replace those?
So, of course, model number, serial number, receipts. Don't do anything yourself when it comes to that. Take it to a professional, a gunsmith, blacksmith, or whatever that specialize in those kind of guns. Have them inspect it, give you a full report on it, pictures to tell you what's damaged, if it's salvageable, cleanable. And all that is generally covered by insurance as long as you have personal property coverage, which most people do.
Yeah. Okay, well, tell us a little bit more about your phone number and website.
Yeah, our phone number is 844-333-3200. The website is Restoration Solutions by Elite, or I like to use the short one, rsbyelite.com. Reach out to us if you have any questions. Anything I can do to help, definitely help.
Great. You're really good on time. You always give me enough time to say the last word.
And so interesting.
It was,
really good info.
Shannon, thank you for being here.
Thank you for letting me. I
you
love
look
this.
great, by the way.
Thank you.
And we loved having Bert call in.
Thank you, Bert.
And him telling me how much he loves the show.
What a nice guy.
We have to take a break. We'll see you later. Bye.
This has been Talk Law Radio with attorney Todd Marquardt, brought to you by the Marquardt Law Firm. You can learn more at marquardtlawfirm.com. And be sure to listen to the full Talk Law Radio show Saturday mornings at 11 on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.
Each week, attorney Todd Marquardt talks about the law. His mission with the Talk Law Radio show and podcast is to help you discover your legal issue blind spots. In the beginning, God had one law. Don't eat from the fruit of that tree. Then came the 10 Commandments. Now we have federal, state, and municipal lawmakers that won't stop creating new laws. Laws that might impact you without you knowing it. Listen to the show and drop a line on Facebook or email host@talklawradio.com and let the host know what you think of the show, the topics you want to hear, and whether you want to be a guest.